Right over the top. Where'd that one go? Come on, John. Shoot. Hang on. Get on it. All right. From here. Hang on. No. Can you get him? Can you get him? Oh my God, did I miss him? Well, John and I just moved a little bit closer. Kind of the story of the season. We nicked him, we got him for sure, hit him in the feathers. But both of our shots were right over the back. John shot, and then I just kept calling him. One stayed right here. Point blank range, shot right over his back.
We're having feathers for supper unless we get another crack at him.
Alright, it's Wednesday, May 31st. It's the final day of the turkey season here in Kansas. As you can see, I got the shotgun tonight, so wanted to make it out this morning, just didn't happen. It's a little bit windy, as you might hear right there. Up here at a spot where I was at about 2 weeks ago with the bow, it was really hot. We've had a really warm spell here lately, and it's made it tough. You know, I had a bunch of mistakes in the early season with the bow. Had plenty of opportunities. I'm not upset by any means. You know, it was a really successful season regardless. So, want to make sure tonight though. We've got the shotgun, so we're gonna go out and see what we can do. This is a really good spot, and it's not near as warm today as it has been. It's still in the 80s, but sure isn't as bad as it has been like in the 90s here lately. So we'll get back here. It's a little bit of a walk. It's getting fairly late, so I'm gonna try to slip back here and see what I can get set up on. Stay with us. I'm gonna walk in. It looks like there's a bunch of jakes up here. I'm gonna take a look at the binoculars and make sure. But I'm not too worried about that. They're just kind of walking off. I'm gonna take the timber the rest of the way. That's not where I was planning on hunting though. I was wrong. We got some longbeards in that group. I've got to get out of this opening, but I'm trying to let them ease back in the timber. I'm gonna sneak up this tree line. It'll be perfect. I don't think they're too spooked at all. All right. How about that for a last day hunt? That's pretty incredible, man. I was coming up this side, hanging out in this field, thinking it would be too hot over here. And I wasn't even paying attention. Look up here and I see a bunch of heads kind of bobbing. They got a little bit nervous. Luckily I was on the edge of the timber and they didn't see me, so I circled back around pretty far around and got up here in front of them in the corner of this field and there's some good timber here. Got to sneak up by the edge and I saw them just going over this terrace over here. And right when they got over the terrace, I made my move and snuck to the corner. Had some hens way out there I could see. These guys, both of them missing a few tail feathers, but they're dominant birds. They're big, got some big beards. Skinned this guy's head. I don't know if you could see that earlier, but first shot got him in the head. That was the second one. Actually, I was on the run down that hill because he was getting away. But usually this isn't the case. Last day of the season, got both my tags still. Had pretty tough year bow hunting, but I had a lot of fun. Had plenty of success. Got called in more birds than ever, I think, this year. It was a great year, but got plenty of bloopers to show. But anyway, this was a good idea. You know, I knew these birds were hanging in here. Got them just at the right time, got them fired up. They're out here. Had a few hens, but just this lonesome hen up here in the corner calling over this terrace was enough to make them come look. And that was pretty neat. After I shot them hanging around, you know, I wasn't planning on really shooting two. Wasn't going to try to line their heads up or anything, but he hung around long enough to make me think that there was plenty of birds out here and I had that extra tag to fill. So great season though. Can't ask for a better last day. Boy, it's a good thing I didn't do this any later. These puppies are heavy. If you haven't noticed, I took my pants off too. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt and it's still hot. I forgot to mention too, that's another reason I was starting this up again. I don't know if you could tell or not, but that second bird, I snuck clear out to that terrace out there. I put the camera, set it up on the tripod, had the legs extended, and all I did was set it up. That bird was right on the other side of that terrace and just got enough of his head to go ahead and take him, but it was pretty cool. I was crawling out there and with the camera calling and he kept gobbling, and so I thought it was going to be a tough shot to do that because I couldn't get that shell out of my gun. The first shell I shot, I was sitting there jacking around with it. You could probably hear that for sure. Finally got it out of there and popped that other one in there and just made my move out there and ended up working out. Pretty cool hunt, man. I just can't say enough about it. This is pretty good results for a hot day in Kansas, right? Especially late season.